Okay, guys, I know my quality's really bad. I'm recording on my computer, but if you are a fan of The McDouble Show, or just subscribe to him, unsubscribe to him and report him. He uses Lisa Kaiser in the Ice-T fan for shout-outs. And he said my channel sucks. So, if you're a fan, or subscribe to him, unsubscribe and report him.